If you've ever felt like you're just drowning in spreadsheets, especially in real estate, that feeling of information overload, we've all been there hunting for that one crucial bit of data buried deep in some tab, right? Well, today we're diving deep into a technology that promises to pull real estate pros right out of that maze and into a world of instant, tailored answers.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating here, I think, is how it tackles that core problem head on.
Yeah.
Managing these huge amounts of proprietary data, doing it efficiently, securely, so you can actually drive strategic decisions. We're talking about Lobby AI. It's pretty groundbreaking, designed to really transform how you interact with your most critical info.
Right. So think of this as your shortcut, your express lane to understanding how this new AI tool works, how it pulls out those critical nuggets of knowledge, moving you from just raw data to informed decisions instantly. And there are some surprising facts and practical applications here that could genuinely change your workday.
Definitely. I mean, when you look at how things often work now, the pain points are pretty obvious, right? There's this huge reliance on spreadsheets, manual work, which, means tedious data prep, hours of it. And then the delays, waiting for teammates, waiting for analysts to compile stuff. It's just a manual grind. Takes time, resources, and a lot of patience sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. I think anyone in the field has those war stories. Spreadsheet crashes, version control nightmares. I still have flashbacks. So when you say Lobby AI pulls us out of that maze, how does it actually change the whole process? What's the core thing it does to give you those instant answers, information right at your fingertips?
Well, it's more than just speed. It's kind of a paradigm shift. Lobby AI connects directly to your whole portfolio, so it bypasses all that manual number crunching. It gives you real-time, tailored answers right away. The first step, the foundation, is data centralization. Imagine just consolidating all your financials, operational data, loan agreements, even hedging documents, all into one single secure system. That's the bedrock.
Okay, that alone sounds like a pretty huge task, getting all that different data together. But once you've got that foundation, that centralized data, what's the next layer? What makes it smart? Is it just a general AI, or is it something more, specialized for real estate?
That's a really important distinction. Once the data is all there, Lobby AI layers on what they call specialized agents. And these aren't your generic AI models, not at all. They're specifically tuned. They understand the language, the metrics, the complexities of commercial real estate.
Okay. Specialized agents, that sounds like a game changer. So what can these agents actually do with all that data once it's consolidated? What kind of analytical power are we talking about here? Real-time stuff.
Yeah, the capabilities are pretty wide-ranging. To give you real-time calculations using the absolute latest data, they can generate rolling analysis, comparative variance analysis, and crucially, they identify trends and risks across the whole portfolio, including, and this is important, within your debt stack, which can be super complex. So it helps pinpoint those potential, ticking time bombs, issues that could really blow up if you don't catch them early. It also automates report consolidation, can even provide market-based summaries, pulling in actual market and regional data relevant to your assets.
Okay, now during that demo, something really jumped out at me. I think it's a key differentiator, this idea of private AI. Can you expand on that? What does that actually mean for a real estate firm, and why is it so important for keeping their data safe?
Yeah, this is absolutely vital, and Kevin Swell from Lobby AI really hit this point hard. They don't use some general AI model that learns from everybody's data, right? Instead, they essentially privatize an AI model just for your portfolio, your specific commercial real estate assets. So your information, only yours, living in a private cloud. There's zero cross-training, no shared models between users, none, which means you get top-notch security, plus insights that are just incredibly tailored to what you own.
That makes total sense. That level of privacy, that customization for sensitive financial data. So how does a client actually, get started? Is it a massive technical project to get all this integrated?
No, actually, and that's another thing that's quite impressive. It's designed for basically zero technical lift for the client. The Lobby AI team, they handle all the data ingestion, the setup. They connect to your systems, parse the documents. They make the whole transition pretty seamless. Plus, it comes with embedded tools ready to go, like debt optimization logic, capital stack analysis.
Wow, okay. That's a huge relief for anyone who's ever stared down a complex tech integration project. Let's make this really concrete now. Give us some practical examples, use cases. So imagine you're an asset manager. You're traveling, maybe at a conference, and you need financials, insights like right now, on the go. What does that look like with Lobby AI?
You can just ask Lobby AI, maybe even on your phone, pull up financials for Zion Hills. And the output isn't just fast, it's complete. You get an up-to-date income statement. I think in the demo it was as of July 31st, a balance sheet values, assets, liabilities, senior debt, equity, cash flow statements, all there. But here's the extra value. It adds observations and strategic insights. Doesn't just throw numbers at you. It actually guides you on, potential actions or areas needing attention for that property.
Right. And for you, the listener, the real point here is how this democratizes data access. It shifts the power. You're not just relying on a central data team anymore. It empowers everyone, asset managers, executives, with that on-the-spot, actionable intelligence. You can be literally in a meeting talking about refinancing or selling something. Pull out your iPhone, get the latest projections, and make informed decisions right then and there. It just fundamentally changes the speed, the nature of strategic planning.
Exactly. And it goes beyond just the property financials. That instant access is maybe even more critical when you're managing that whole complex web of lenders and loan obligations. And that's another area where Lobby AI really shines. It moves past just financial statements. It ingests legal docs, operating agreements, partnership agreements through what they call their entity keeper database.
Ah, okay. So instead of me having to manually dig through like a 200-page loan document to find one clause, or remember some specific requirement from a partnership agreement, you can just see all your obligations, all the lender requirements instantly. At a glance, that must save an incredible amount of time.
Oh, absolutely. A massive time saver. You can instantly see the repayment structure, interest-only expiry dates, amortization schedules, monthly P&I breakdowns, property lettings, maturity dates, and just a quick summary of all the lender requirements. It's all right there. Searchable, understandable, no more hours spent manually reviewing docs.
Okay, this leads us to something I found really interesting, one of the most advanced bits, I thought. Debt service coverage ratio DSCR analysis and projections. That's critical and complex. Walk us through how Lobby AI tackles DSCR.
Right, so let's use their example. You ask about a property's DSCR, say Scion Bay. Lobby AI doesn't just give you the number. It first defines DSCR, maybe clarifies the specific lender requirement, like say a 1.25 DSCR is needed. Okay, but here's where it gets really smart. It goes beyond just reporting today's number. Lobby AI can actually project your cash flow and DSCR out over time, let's say 3 years. And it can do that based on a target you set. Maybe you're aiming for a 1.6 DSCR.
Okay, right. And this is where it gets really interesting for me. What if the projection shows you're not going to hit that target? Say you only get to 1.49 instead of the 1.6 you want. Does it just tell you problem ahead, or does it actually offer solutions?
This is where the proactive part comes in, and it's pretty powerful. If that target isn't met in the projection, Lobby AI automatically generates actionable steps, actual suggestions, things you can do to achieve that desired DSCR. It might suggest specific net operating income adjustments you need to make, or maybe the DSCR growth required in dollar terms. So if you connect this to the bigger picture, think about it. This changes a reactive compliance check into a really proactive strategic planning tool for asset managers, for acquisitions teams. It's not just reporting what is, it's prescribing how to get to what could be.
Wow. So it's not just about knowing where you stand, but actively guiding you on how to get where you want to go. And you can do this analysis for just one asset or for the whole portfolio.
It's exactly. Either way, it gives you these incredibly efficient ways to understand your financial capacity, stay compliant, optimize operations, across the board. And it suggests improvements ultimately for wealth generation. Think about selling a property having a strong projected DSCR is huge for valuation. This helps you plan for that.
That is really powerful stuff. It feels like a genuine shift from just consuming data to getting active strategic guidance. Now, we know you listening might have some questions comparing this to other AI tools, so let's tackle some points from our Q&A. A big one is always, how is Lobby AI really different from something general like ChatGPT?
Yeah, that's a fair question, and it's crucial. The main difference really boils down to the data management and that private cloud setup. Look, general AI, like ChatGPT, is amazing for general questions, right?
Yeah.
But it's trained on public data. It doesn't know your specific business details, your proprietary numbers. Lobby AI, on the other hand, it's built around centralized data management within a private cloud, your cloud. It pulls everything from your data sources, cleans it up, makes it ready for your specialized agents. So you get the security, you get hyper-tailored insights, and you avoid all the risks of using general public platforms for sensitive info.
That makes a ton of sense, especially, dealing with confidential financial data. So if a company is thinking about this, what property management systems does it work with? Is it a short list or pretty comprehensive?
They confirmed it connects with all the big ones you'd expect, Yardi, RealPage, AppFolio, Entrata, MRI, and basically any other system where they can pull data using an ETL process or even just scheduled reports. And for the legal docs, that entity keeper database handles pulling info from those sources too. It seems pretty flexible.
Okay. And once a client says go, what's the actual integration process like? How long does it usually take to get up and running?
They quoted about 2 weeks. That's from the time Lobby AI gets the client's data. They have a dedicated team data ops and implementation that works directly with the client, with their systems people, sets up the data pipelines, provides ongoing support, seems pretty hands-on to ensure a smooth start.
Another good question that came up about flexibility. Can you ask it to exclude things? Like, say you had a one-off big repair cost that skewed your NOI for a quarter. Can you tell Lobby AI to ignore that?
They said it's designed to handle those kinds of complex, sort of nuanced queries. Once all your information is in there and it's hooked into your BI systems, you should have that granular control to define how you want the analysis run.
Now, one last concern that always pops up with AI, hallucination. You know, when the AI just kind of makes something up, gives an answer that sounds plausible but isn't quite right, how does Lobby AI deal with that risk, especially when we're talking about critical financial numbers?
It's a totally valid concern, yeah.
Yeah.
And Lobby AI was candid about it. AI can hallucinate in general, but they've specifically built in safeguards to minimize this, especially for financial data, where accuracy is just non-negotiable. They integrate things like forward curves directly into their system, and they pull data from, apparently, tens of thousands of internal data points within their own robust database. This creates a deep, verified foundation for the answers. It significantly cuts down the chance of getting inaccurate or, hallucinated financial insights, because it's relying on your actual proprietary data, plus these strong internal financial models. The answers stay grounded in reality.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what does all this really mean for you, our listener, trying to navigate the complexities of real estate today?
Well, to recap, Lobby AI seems to offer a really fast, really efficient way for real estate pros to get a deep handle on their financial capacity, stay compliant, optimize how things run. It moves beyond just spitting data back at you. It gives actionable suggestions for improvement, for ultimately generating wealth. It really does seem to take the heavy lifting out of data management and puts instant, intelligent, super tailored insights right there at your fingertips.
So it leaves us with a thought, maybe something provocative for you to consider. As these AI tools get more and more personalized, as they get deeply integrated with our most sensitive proprietary data, how is this shift going to redefine things? Not just individual jobs or daily workflows, but maybe the whole structure of decision-making, of wealth generation, across entire industries like commercial real estate. Definitely something to keep an eye on as this tech evolves.